Alright guys, today we are fixing up a Helix watch. Now this is a really nice watch. It's got a Swiss movement and it has a sapphire crystal. And it's got these screws on the outer edge. We are missing one right here as you can see, but it's still a pretty nice looking watch. So here's the logo on the crown. Take a look at the bracelet. Obviously this watch is in kind of rough shape, so we're gonna have to do some cleaning, but it's nice and chunky. And look at that! The beloved micro adjusting clasp there. I love every brand that has those. Anyways, here's a look at the back, and now we need to remove the bracelet, the gunky gooey little bracelet, because we're going to be cleaning that in our ultrasonic cleaner later. Same with the case. As you can see, it's pretty scuffed up. So we're going to set that aside for now, and we're going to try to get the case back off. I tried to use my little yellow squishy ball to pry it off, but it didn't budge. So we're taking it over to the case back removal tool that I've got here. We've got to make sure that we have the right pinholes here. We've got the circular ones, which works great. Screw that back in, screw the case in there, press down and give it some good firm pressure, but not too hard, and just give it a little bit of a nudge, break it free from all that gunk. Now we can remove that and remove the movement holder there and take a look at the movement here. So we can see we're dealing with a Swiss quartz that takes a 371 battery. So we pry that spring bar, or that spring arm back, remove the battery. Next we want to remove the stem and crown, and there is a little hole with an arrow that points to it. That contains the lever that we want to press down with our tweezers to pull out the crown and stem. So now we can remove the dial and set that aside while we get to the next steps, which will be cleaning this case that's really gunky. I put the movement spacer back on just to keep track of it. So now let's take these to the ultrasonic. There they are, getting all nice and clean. And now that they're clean, we can work on putting it all back together. Oh, and I haven't given you the sound test of the rotating bezel. My favorite part. Diver watches are my favorite fidget toy. Now we want to remove the gasket from this case back here. We're going to lubricate that later. As you can see, the bracelet cleaned up pretty nice. It's definitely still scratched up, but we got all that gunk out and it is ready to go. So I'll give a good microfiber cloth as well as a little bit of a air blower to just get any other dust out, and we can then set that back on top of the dial. And then we want to adjust the movement to make sure that the pinhole for the stem is aligned with the case. We push that in, and then we want to use our tweezers to push that lever back in like we did when we removed the stem. We can test to make sure that pin is locked in and engaged. We can give it a twist as well, make sure the hands are moving correctly. And next we need to replace the battery, and right before I did so I noticed that the little film that goes here to protect the movement if the battery starts to leak was missing. Fortunately, it was just there on the movement stand. So here we go with a 371. We want to put it under this lip right here and then pull back that spring arm and push the battery in, and it is locked into place. Put in the movement spacer holder there. We can see that the watch is ticking. We've got this back to life, baby. So now we need to grease up the gasket and put that on in this little groove area that surrounds the movement of the case right here, and screw on that case back. I'll use my yellow friction ball to get that on. Now we just need to put that bracelet back on with a spring bar tool that I've got here. We're putting that on and it is coming together nice. Here's a look of it on my wrist, and I actually quite like it. It's pretty chunky, pretty heavy duty. Let me know in the comments down below if you would wear something like this, and thanks for sticking around while we fix this nice looking Helix watch.